all you coin collectors out there, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we finally get back to Australia, and we're going to do a series of 3 videos of my favorite Australian coins. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to start on this pile and go down through it. We're going to do either 3 or 4 coins each time we do the video, and they're going to be 3 different videos. So we're going to do 3 different coins today. We're going to do this one on the top. So let's just start with this one on the top. This, of course, is an Australian 1 penny coin. And look at the patina on this. I mean, just the coloring and how this works. This was in circulation, and it kind of got used by people. And when we look at it, we just see that, all these different colors come out. See that kind of purplish in the nose and the colors through here? This is just a fine coin. Unfortunately for us, Australia doesn't make them anymore. This is the 1989 version. They stopped making them in 1990, and it was withdrawn from circulation in the year 1991. So this is not a coin that's currently used in Australia. It has Queen Elizabeth II on it. It says Australia on this side, 1989. Now this is the third portrait, the so-called Raphael David Makhlouf portrait of the Queen, and she's wearing the King George IV state diadem or crown here. If we tip it up, we see that it is a smooth edge, and then if we get onto the back, we see that isn't this delightful. And one of the things that Australia has that's just been a treasure in terms of their coins is these Stuart Devlin engravings. And Stuart Devlin did the most imaginative, kind of cool engravings you could think of. Now, this coin, it was made from 1985 to 1990, and that's because in 1985 there was a new image of the Queen. The third image of the Queen came on the Australian penny or 1-cent coin. So, and then when they stopped using the 1-cent coin, it ended. So we got about 6 years out of it. In this year right here, the next to last year, they made 168 million of these. All right, what's coin number 2? Oh boy, another one of my favorites, and that's those of you who know about decimalization in Australia know that I often talk about that, and I'm very interested in it. Maybe just because in the United States we have the 1 to 100 kind of system also, and maybe it's because I just never did understand how to calculate the pound sterling or the Australian pound. So this is a 1966 version, and it's Elizabeth II, Australia. You see she's wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. This is the Arnold Machin engraving here, another great engraving. And this is a 5-cent coin which has this little kind of animal on the back. And it is a spiny anteater. In the catalogs, they list it as a short-beaked echidna also. And there is some argument sometimes in the comment section about what should I call it or what should you call it. But anyway, there's his nose kind of peeking through the 5. This coin was made from 1966 to 1984. It's the first coin of decimalization. And it's a cupro nickel or copper nickel coin. It weighs 2.83 grams. And in 1986, they made 45.3 million of these. And then our final coin for today is just a magnificent, more modern version. And this came about because of the demise of the penny, of course, and that is that as coins became less and less valuable in terms of usage, they they increased the value of them also. And so this is an Ian Rank Broadley, and you can see the IRB here. And in some of these, that's what you look for the value or the errors. If the IRB is somehow linked, and this is the designer's initials, of course, Ian Rank Broadley, and that, of course, in the background for me, but really in the foreground is Queen Elizabeth II. And this particular portrait is the 4th portrait. I believe she was 77, but don't hold me to that. She again is wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. So what happened was she started out on Australian coins with that, and then she went to this image years later after a third portrait was the Arnold Machin portrait came kind of in between. All right, so what is this? It is a $2 coin. And there's an Australian Aboriginal elder back here. We see the Southern Cross, the stars here. We see some grasslands here, the number 2 and dollars. And then if we look on the rim, we see that it is a reeded rim, but it's segmented. So there's 4 short reeded segments as you go around. Each one of the segments has 5 lines in it, or 5 grooves. Let me say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's hard counting lines, but you can count the grooves 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it has a smooth um, edge after that. And so this particular coin is still, of course, good for use. It's worth about $1.35 or $1.40 US. It was first put out in 1988, and then in 1999, Ian Rank Broadley engraved this version. And I should also say that the elder on the back, this engraving is not Ian Rank Broadley. He did the Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, but this is Horst Hahn, and he was the engraver of this particular coin. And in 2001, they made 36.6 million of these. And again, if you're looking for these, um, there's 2 different sizes to the Queen's head on the 2001, and then there's a couple different versions of the IRB strung together. And if you get a really fine magnifying glass, you can see them. But on this coin, unfortunately, this isn't one of the special rare error coins. All right, that's our 3 for today. Look for video number 2 of our Australia Favorite Coins series. And guess who's going to be on that starting out? And there she is, the 1968 2-cent coin from Australia will lead out our next video. So let's put them back. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel and leave any comments you might have in the comment section. And if you're still around, Gregory, it's a shout out to you. Had kind of a tough year here, but getting back on track, and hopefully you're on track too. And again, a shout out to my favorite Australian viewer. Hey, Gregory.